Growing up, seeing the civil rights footage on TV, Walter Cronkite, the evening news, it struck me almost from the first time I remembered seeing it, the incongruity between what I was watching and what I was learning about in school in terms of the founding fathers and the history of the government. One, there was a great deal of anger, I guess questioning and curiosity as to how the hell could that happen. College I found intimidating. One, it was bigger than anything I was used to. I think there were 800, maybe 700 students in my entering class. That is bigger than my entire high school. Starting my freshman year, I was drawn toward the student government there because I had been so active in student government in high school. I chaired the lecture series. Stokely Carmichael came, Allen Ginsberg, Dick Gregory, Muhammad Ali. And this is the time of Vietnam, so there was an awful lot of controversy. I saw a great opportunity to bring to campus some people that I wanted to meet and I wanted to hear. And I thought they'd be fascinating people in terms of the kind of discussion that was going on in the nation. I had thought about law school since way back when I was growing up and seeing the news. I got a bit discouraged in college with the assassination of King and Malcolm X. Kind of turned me away from the legal system in terms of whether I thought it could be a meaningful way to achieve a more just society. But then when I left college and the 3 years I had working at Binghamton, I kind of gravitated back towards it. I think karate is in large part responsible for my success in law school because it taught me how to focus and relax. I would never forget my contracts exam because this course, if you screw up in it, it's basically going to hold you back. When I got the exam, I remember just sitting there focusing on the Tanden breathing, focusing on the breathing that my sensei had taught me, relaxing, and didn't even look at the exam for maybe 4 or 5 minutes. There were only 2 A's given to the freshman students. I got one of those 2 A's. Yeah, after I graduated from Syracuse, I was trying to coordinate my job with where my then not yet wife, but my girlfriend, Anna, getting into medical school. When I came to Philadelphia, that was to go to this law firm. That was my first choice of jobs, really. So we found the house that we now live in, West Honoree, kind of on the border of Germantown, Chestnut Hill. Well, there we had 2 kids, our 2 daughters. I eventually thought about either the U.S. Attorney's Office or the District Attorney's Office where I would get trial work more readily. And I was more drawn to the U.S. Attorney's Office. I was lucky enough to get a job there from Dave Marston, who was U.S. Attorney. Probably the best non-traditional job anybody can have. It was a great job. I really enjoyed it. I got wonderful experience. It was fascinating, and I thought I was able to do some good things while there. I was involved in a couple of police brutality, unnecessary force prosecutions. In one of them, I second chaired the case, and we got convictions on 6 homicide detectives. So I loved the job I had in the U.S. Attorney's Office, but I did not want to do that as a career. I was at the city solicitor's office for 3 years. While there, I thought about going on the bench. One of the things that led me to that was a conference I had with a common pleas court judge and a case I had as a deputy city solicitor. And he basically got the people to withdraw their lawsuit. And it showed me what a very thoughtful, caring jurist could do. Now a colleague said to me, hey, you really should consider the circuit court because the politics are different there. And through a lot of luck, an awful lot of luck, my name was presented to Clinton as one of the people he should consider for the Third Circuit. I got a call after I was nominated from then Senator Biden saying as long as I kept my name out of the paper, he could get me through the Senate and confirmed in about 60 days. And it was almost exactly 60 days. And it wasn't so much that I was now a judge because I'd been a judge for 11 years, but to be a federal circuit judge, not having gone through the normal step of a district court and then a circuit court, that's very rare. You cannot underestimate the importance of history and context. It's become problematic to teach real history because it might tend to embarrass people in the classroom or create tension for people in the classroom. How do you get any meaning in terms of the Due Process Clause, the Civil Rights Amendments that grew out of an attempt to try to deal with the injustices of slavery? If you think the Civil War was the war of northern aggression, I don't know how you interpret the 14th Amendment as it is today. And in terms of Germantown, it's particularly important because it's where we live. We're really lucky to have that context and to have that proximity to that much history, and it's a very vital history.